I have never done this before. I don't even know that I'm wording that right. Her nails turned out like crap. Definitely don't want to follow that. Hello, how are you? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Anyway, welcome back to EmiWeekly. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I apply dip powder to my nails. I don't even know that I'm wording that right. Listen, I have never done this before. So I think this is going to be a really fun little experiment to do with you guys. So I decided, why not? I've been wanting to do dip powder on my nails for quite some time, but I haven't really had the motivation to do it. I've been very nervous to try it, whatever. But I've seen so many good reviews on dip kits on Amazon, and then they were having this exceptional sale on one, and I was like, okay, screw it. I'm just going to give it a shot. What's the worst thing that could happen? I could hate it, I guess, but it comes off. It's just dip nail polish. It's fine. So we're gonna be trying it out together. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm using and what my setup is and all of that so that you know exactly what I've done and what steps I've taken to get the result that we'll eventually get. So then you'll know whether you want to follow these steps. These steps are actually helpful and my nails turned out great, or you'll be like, her nails turned out like crap. Definitely don't want to follow that. Okay, so things that you will need according to what I found on the internet. I sat down this little towel on top of my table so that I have that to catch all of the dip powder. You'll need your dip powder kit. This is the one I got because it was on sale. We'll see how it is. I can't necessarily say I recommend it just yet, but here it is. Cuticle pusher. I have this glass cuticle pusher that I'm gonna use. Fingernail file, toothpicks, rubbing alcohol, and paper towels. What I found online states that I should be using lint-free little towels, but I don't have those, so paper towels will do. All right, so first things first, I am going to be pushing my cuticles back on my nails, and I'm gonna be using this glass cuticle pusher. If you guys do your nails at home and you push your cuticles back, I cannot recommend a glass cuticle pusher more. This is the way to go for a cuticle pusher. It causes no nail damage, but it gets all the skin off of the nails. It gets all of the skin pushed back. It doesn't hurt, and it is an extremely seamless process. So I highly recommend this, and I actually got this one for only $7 off of Amazon. So I will go ahead and link this in the description box below. Cuticles are pushed back and cut down, looking pretty good here. So now it is time to buff down my nails. I'm just gonna do it slightly because I only want a little bit of texture for it to adhere to. I definitely don't want to damage my natural nails, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quick. So my nails are nice and buffed, the shine is off of them, and we are ready to get started. Here is the dip powder that I am going to be using on some of my nails, and basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this first base coat layer on, and then at a 45-degree angle, I am going to stick my nail into the powder and basically tap it off and hope that it turns out well. But I am only going to be doing one nail at a time because basically everything that I have read has stated if you do multiple nails, it's a good way for the base coat to dry down too quickly, and then the powder won't stick on it once you actually go to dip your nail into it. So one nail at a time. Fingers crossed, wish me luck. All right, so the first layer is done here. This is what they're looking like so far. I think so far so good. They're looking fairly good. I'm liking the way that they're looking. Only time will tell. I did mess up on this one. I intend to do a different color on this one than the rest of the nails. So I am just gonna really quickly go back and fix this one. But then once this one is fixed, I'm going to move on to layer 2. This sparkle color is to die for. It's like a gorgeous champagne-y gold, and I'm obsessed with it. I cannot wait to get this on my nails. Okay, so I did go ahead and put on a third layer of the white because it wasn't quite opaque enough for me. I wanted it to be more white and I could still see the tips underneath. So I did put a third layer of that on, and now I am actually going to do another layer on top of this. I know it sounds excessive, but hear me out. Everything that I have seen online for all the reviews is to put a clear coat over top of the color coats so that way when you go to buff them out and make them nice and even and smooth, it doesn't take away from the actual color that you have on your nails. And considering how hard it was for me to get the white to actually be white and not see-through, I don't want to risk it, so I'm definitely going to put this clear coat over top of what I've got going on here, and then hopefully all of the color will stay when I go to buff it out and make them nice and even. And to put the clear coat on, it's the same process as before. Literally just going to take the base coat, paint it on, and then apply the clear coat just the same as I've been applying everything else.
20 minutes later.
All right, clear coat is on. I really hope that the clear coat doesn't make this not shiny, my sparkly nail, because that's really gonna piss me off. But we are officially done with this coat 1. So really quick, I'm just gonna grab this paper towel that I have here and the rubbing alcohol. I'm just gonna dampen the paper towel with it and clean around the edges, because all the reviews I read is that you want to do that so that this like brush does not stick to the bottle and then you can't get it open to use it again. All right, so that is done, and now it is time for the activator coat. So coat number 2, this is supposed to seal in everything so that I can go in and buff it and make them look nice and smooth. It says in the directions to only put 1 coat of this on. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna follow the directions. Hopefully they do not steer me wrong. I am ready to do this because I'm definitely ready to buff this and get the top coat on this, because I'm really curious as to if this is still gonna sparkle through the clear coat, because again, I'm very nervous that it's not going to, and that's just gonna look terrible. right, the activator coat is on, and now I am going to quickly buff my dip powder nails off camera because that's gonna take a while and it's gonna get dusty and I need to hold it really close to my face. So I'll be right back. So my nails are filed and buffed down and they are looking pretty good so far. And now it is time for the third and final coat, and it is going to be the top coat here. Moment of truth. Hopefully this turns out well because so far I'm really liking the nails and I really just want them to look nice and shiny and not have any gooping from the top coat. So we will see. The top coat is officially on, and the really good news is that the clear coat over top of the gold sparkle that I had did not prevent the sparkle from shining through it. So that is really good news. I'm very happy with that. This sparkle shows up a little bit better on this nail than this nail. You can kind of see through this one, but nevertheless I think they're both beautiful, and if I had to choose a finger to look the best, it would be this one anyway, because this is the finger that my wedding rings go on. So now that I've waited the 10 seconds for the top coat to dry, I'm just gonna grab my cuticle oil here and I am just going to put it all over my cuticles after cutting them. I always love to do this, and especially after doing your nails, it's good to do this just to get the nutrients and oils back into the cuticle bed. I'll just massage it in here. Same thing for this hand. Fingers are drinking it right up, so that tells me that they really needed that cuticle oil. All right, and here is the final result of my nails. This is how they turned out. Hey guys. It is Editing Emmy here, coming to you about 5 days later than the last clip that you saw. I was editing this video and realized that I didn't film anything giving you my final thoughts, telling you what the experience was like, what I think of the nails, blah, blah, blah. So here we are. I absolutely love my nails. I love the way that they turned out. I think that they look absolutely beautiful. Here they are. Again, it's been about 5 days since I did them, and they are holding up so well. The white is staying a nice white, the sparkle is staying nice and sparkly. They're growing out, yes, as I'm sure you can tell at the base of them, but they're not growing out weird. They're growing out extremely nice. They're staying nice and rounded at the bottom and looking really natural and really pretty. So overall, I am just extremely happy with them. I will say that they're a little bit thicker than I would necessarily want them to be most of the time, but that is okay. This was a learning experience. I now know that when I'm applying that base coat in between powders, I will either put a little bit of a thinner layer down, or I will simply spend more time buffing and making sure that I'm thinning them out a little bit. But overall, I cannot complain about them. They're nice and thick and they're sturdy. They haven't cracked. Again, they're not getting discolored at all. They're staying nice and white. This is staying nice and shiny. The top coat is nice and shiny as well. So I am very, very happy with them. If you are a nail DIYer, I definitely recommend giving this a go. It was not that hard. This was my first time that I've ever done it. I am by no means a professional. I just have a little bit of a knack for keeping it clean around the cuticle area and keeping the polish off the cuticle area, but I don't have any experience. And if you're not good at keeping the cuticle area clean, then you can just simply use a toothpick and just kind of take the tip of that toothpick around it right after you dip your finger in the powder to just clean it up a little bit. And that's what will keep your nail beds nice and rounded if you don't have a steady hand for that. Overall, extremely simple, definitely beginner friendly. I highly recommend. All the products that I used, I will make sure to link link in the description box below so that you can go check them out for yourselves. I got everything that I used off of Amazon for a very reasonable price as well, so definitely go and check that out. But that is where I'm going to leave this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like, comment down below because I would love to hear from you, subscribe for more content, and I will see you soon. Bye!